Mind versus Man, episode 3. Mind versus man, don't chase happiness. One of the biggest mistakes are people saying, my goal is to be happy in life. What the fuck is happy? Happiness, if you really bring it down to the science, which I really don't like, is just a sudden big spike of dopamine. You feel really good, you feel really uplifted, and then and then it crashes. When have you been very happy for an entire month straight? Tell me a month where you've been entirely happy, unless there's like, okay, if Mr. Beast is coming at your door naked every day, giving you $1 million every single day, then you might be happy. Maybe by year 2 or 3, it's gonna feel normal. So there's not gonna be any 1 month or any 1 year where you constantly feel happy. This is what this video is about. Constantly chasing happiness is gonna make you sad and deprived, and you're not gonna be productive. And here is what to actually chase or have as a goal instead. One of my biggest goals that I chase or work towards is being calm. Not just being calm, but having inner peace in myself. Because when you have peace, you are at constant baseline dopamine in a way, and your baseline will actually be higher than the people who are constantly chasing happiness or constantly chasing dopamine. Because your brain's not like this fucked up mess of discombobulated shit. It's just a proper steady line throughout the day. You might have 1 or 2, normal spikes. After a workout, you might be happy, and then it goes slowly back to baseline. You don't feel like shit. You might take a cold shower, you might feel good, and then it slowly goes back to baseline. But it's not like, okay, you watch sus content, goes down, you watch sus content, goes down, and then you have this constant weird thing, and you don't actually have the baseline dopamine, and you feel like shit all the time. Or, you're one of these depressed people that's like, oh, I just want to be happy, and then you're watching cat videos on Instagram. Oh, I feel good. Oh, I feel bad. Oh, I feel good. Oh, I put away Instagram, I feel like shit. Chase inner peace. Chase it in a way where, if you look at yourself in the mirror, you're not disgusted. When you walk around, you don't have hateful thoughts. You are one with yourself. You don't hate anything. You don't really attach yourself to much things. You don't attach feelings to people. You just go on about your day. You feel calm. You do what needs to be done. You do things that obviously make you happy. I'm not saying don't go out with your friends. Don't be social and that's going to make you happy, but in a healthy way. But you don't want to be like, oh, I just want to be happy, bro. Because only sad people say, I want to be happy. I don't really hear happy people being like, oh, bro, I just want to be fucking happy. They are just them. Truly happy people, in my opinion, are people that are at peace or do not just want random things. They're people who aren't necessarily chasing happiness. They're not really chasing anything. They're mentally healthy people, is what I'm trying to say. Now, there's not really a step-by-step guide on how to be mentally healthy. Let me tell you guys something about us YouTubers. People who sell their soul, they want to, sell you these step-by-step guides, these courses that are all the same basic bullshit. Oh, meditate, cold shower, workout, this, that. Constantly repeat the cycle. Bro, you're not going to be happy taking cold showers, fucking having a 30-step skincare routine, watching Patrick Bateman once a day, fucking jerking off to Andrew Tate, working out and cold showers. That's not gonna make you happy. What will make you happy, or, what I like to say, inner peace, having a very good baseline dopamine, is doing hard things that are rewarding.
Stay fucking hard!
And you're not constantly in a schedule. You go out with your friends, you have a healthy mindset, you're not obsessed with anything in a bad way. Obsession is different to actual obsession. So I am obsessed with bodybuilding. A lot of people call me obsessed or extreme. But to my eyes, I'm not extreme. I just do what needs to be done. But if you're obsessed, you're counting your calories and you hate doing that, that's not mentally healthy. You need to do things that are mentally healthy. I personally track my calories and I find it fun. I find it good to do. I find it helpful. I find working out fun and helpful. I find everything that I do fun and very helpful to do. I'm not doing things to torture myself because I know innately, that's not going to make me a happier or person or a person at peace with themselves. I don't want to constantly be in a mental war with myself. For example, David Goggins, I reckon he actually somewhat likes doing the shit he does. Because if he doesn't do it, he feels like shit. That's just like me with working out. I love to work out, but I'll also feel like shit if I don't do it. But when I'm working out, it's not like, oh, I'm jerking off to the fucking gym machines. No, it's just one of those things that I like to, that are a part of, it's like having breakfast, right? It's not fucking, I'm not trying to be happy or doing that. It just happens. I do it. But I think I'm getting a bit off topic. So chasing happiness is ultimately going to lead you to be sad, in my opinion, or just it's just proven, it's true. You're gonna be sad if you constantly chase happiness. An anecdotal story is, when have you heard anyone that chases happiness, that is happy, that is constantly, oh, let me do this, I get happy, oh, I do that, I get happy. You're constantly fucking flying around the room trying to be happy, but you're not at a calm state. For example, if I wanted to give you a step-by-step guide like these gurus, I would say meditate if you enjoy it. I personally don't do it because it's not my thing. But if you do like it, do it. Some people, like my mom, she likes it a lot and it brings her inner peace or happiness. I don't know what to call it. I'm not her, so I don't know. For me, it's working out. For me, it's making these videos. For me, it's editing these videos. These are things that bring me peace, that reward me in the long term. You see, one of the things that doesn't reward you in the long term is something like vaping, something like watching sus, watching YouTube videos that are completely pointless, watching Mr. Beast or some shit, or watching like mentally masturbating videos, Andrew Tate videos or some shit like that. You feel like you're doing work, but you're not actually doing work. So that's what I'm trying to say here. Don't do things that are constantly giving you spikes and spikes and spikes of dopamine. Do things that'll give you long-term dopamine. They are gonna be harder, but they are gonna be worth it at the end of the day. And you're gonna find it. I took cold showers for like 3 to 6 months straight. I don't really remember. It was like a year or two ago, when I was at the start of my self-improvement journey. It really like isn't one of those things that actually makes me happy or calm or just anything. You know, I think if I do it, I'll feel better, obviously, but it's just nothing that's like, oh yes. When I wake up, I'll feel like shit, and then I'll take the cold shower, and then I'll feel good. But if I wake up and I don't have a fucking torture method in front of me, I just go wash my face, and I'll feel exactly the same way, or maybe like 20% less alive. But I'll have breakfast, and I'll feel good. You know, walking is one of those things that are really calming and nice for me to do, especially. So find the things that are helpful for you, that make you calm. You already know the answer. What makes you happy? That's not a constant dopamine, like it's not a degenerate thing to do, is the best way to phrase it. If it's not degenerate, you can do it. If you think it's degenerate, don't do it. If it's like bullying people on the internet, if it's like playing video games for long periods of time, don't do it. Like if you play FIFA for 1 hour per week, it's fine. But if you're constantly playing FIFA for 10 hours a day, it's not really going to do you any good. Even 2 hours of video games is so many hours, man. You're wasting your time. But do things that are not degenerate, that are going to help you have a slow, steady spikes of dopamine that are going to eventually increase your baseline dopamine, or baseline happiness is the best way to say it. And then you'll just constantly have this happy feeling without wanting to be happy. The best way to be happy is to be happy without wanting to be happy. I think that concludes the video very well. See you later.